Hey guys, we are Wayne and Dawn Nix, and we are RNvention. We have 37 years of frontline health experience. And like many of you here, we believe that those that work the front lines oftentimes have the best ideas for products and services. You know who else believes in that? The American Nursing Association. They said specifically that we need to have nurse-focused innovations, specifically with product development. Why? Because we spend 80% of our time away from the bedside. 80%, guys, that means your loved one's not getting the care that they deserve. And why? Well, because oftentimes we're in search on a scavenger hunt for 3 miles a day looking for the tools that we need to do our job. So what are we looking for? Oftentimes we're looking for this guy. It's called a hemostat. Well, what's it for? It's for clamping arteries and pulling sutures. But why do I want it as a nurse? I'm trying to open boxes. I'm trying to open the oxygen key. Well, shouldn't something exist out there that's a utility tool? Well, there is, and there's something that's called a Raptor shear. It's big, it's bulky, it's built for this environment, the paramilitary workforce, for EMTs, for paramedics. It's built for breaking glass and ripping seatbelts. Shouldn't something be built for the 9 million nurses that have a more sterile environment, something to help us with what we need? Well, guys, I introduce to you Multinix. Its 15 plus features help us get our jobs done. It helps us give us 15 reasons to stay at the bedside and take care of your loved ones. Now, guys, we're nurses. We know we're building the right thing. We've been doing this for 3 years. We're building it for nurses, with nurses, and for the nursing market. And we plan to hit this huge market twofold. We have the enterprise and we have the individual. We'll be marketing to both. And we know we need to get into the enterprise to get those first orders, to be able to get that traction that we need, right? But we also know we can market to the individuals that may not work at a hospital. They can help us with that brand awareness, help us with that funnel that we need to get to. And we have significant margins, and we're just at small scale right now. So guys, earlier this year we were asking for $300,000 in debt to equity. What remains right now is about 5%. We still have $85,000 that we're trying to raise. And what we want to use that money for is to be able to hire somebody that can help us with marketing, but not just branding and messaging. Somebody that understands full automation and online platforms and how we can tie that into our strategic plans to specifically pinpoint people on Facebook and yes, Instagram. Like us on Instagram. But guys, what is it that you're really going to get? You have the opportunity right now to join our family, to be part of a team that understands both the nursing side as well as the business side. Guys, this isn't not about like just our tool. This is about getting back to the bedside. It's getting back to your loved one, being able to provide that care. Guys, we need to shift the focus so we can get back to that bedside. With your help, with your support, we can get shift done. We are Wayne and Dawn Nix, and I'll take your questions at this time. And we have the prototype here.
That was my question. I wanted to see the product.
Okay.
How many have you sold so far?
None. So
None.
basically,
Okay.
the manufacturing process is a real long process.
Really? Yeah.
Correct. And being able just to take this from 3D to manufacturing, right now we have 3 hospitals that we're currently awaiting the solidified date. We don't want to burn the opportunity. They've been waiting for 2 years. So this is our T1 sample. We get a T2 sample in 2 weeks. And the idea is we'll have those first thousands by mid-December. And we're working on a strategy right now to figure out what are the 3 offers, not the 1 offer, because learning in the accelerator, we're trying to see what's best for them. Now we do have over 150 people on our mail list waiting VIP pricing.
Do you have a patent yet?
We have 1 patent, and we have an international patent application that we filed this year for the advancements. We have many more features that you do not see. This is our minimal viable
You're holding
product.
back.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I mean, obviously you have your profit margins, those sorts of things. Do you have a manufacturer lined up? Do you actually know which manufacturing cost is going to be?
So right now we have small volume manufacturing, and our mold is only going to be good up to 150,000 units. So we're getting these made in China, but we're getting them made through Colorado. What does that mean? That means I have somebody that if there's ever any issue, I can go to them. They're in Colorado, and basically they're our matchmaker. So that allows us an opportunity. They've been in this field for over 28 years. I might note that he used to do medical device sales. He's come out of retirement to try and help me sell these devices because he can't get a single nurse to not like it.
So, who's your buyer and how do you reach your buyer? Is it systems? Is it direct to nurses? Kind of, can you speak to that a little bit, please?
So in healthcare, there's something that's called group purchasing organizations. That's what you really need to get into to get these big volume things. But how do you break into that market? You have to get the brand awareness. We just returned from Vegas in the International Nursing Conference. We'll be attending a lot of these conferences, but that's where the automation platform and the targeting with the campaigns come in. We want to be able to get the awareness first. We went to the American Nursing Association conference earlier this year as well. We have every single director in Louisiana for the emergency rooms awaiting our response to tell them when we have these devices for the first trial.
Another question. Are there any, so once you have your kind of finished product, are there any compliance hurdles that you'll have to cross before you're actually able to sell it into healthcare?
So we consulted with 2 companies that actually do FDA compliance assessments, and they said if we were to be considered, it would be pre-market or class 1 pre-market exempt. It's no different than the IV pole that's in the room. And here's the thing, my device or my tool, it's technically not a device, it's built for everything we do around the patient. It doesn't touch the patient like a stethoscope. So it's the same thing. It depends on what the hospital policy is. And Tom, one of the reasons why we made it out of 403 grade stainless with all the claimable plastic is so depending on which hospital you work at, you can clean this thing with gasoline if you want, right? It's up to you.